Good morning, Read 180 students. Today is Monday, February 8th, and we are going to be working with our real book today, and we are going to start organizing our narrative paragraph. All right, so you can see by the slide. Make sure that if you haven't done the daily check-in, you go ahead and do that. Complete week 19, day 1 bell work. And then on here, you're going to see that we're working on lesson 5.10, the narrative paragraph. I am changing the assignment a little bit after having class today. We're only going to work on page 258. So I'll remind you at the end as well. And just a reminder that this challenge for 7th grade is not to have any missing assignments by February 12th, which is this Friday. And if you are a student who has all your work in, you will be awarded a $10 gift certificate to the reading or to the book fair and the media center. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. You'll see we're working on lesson 5.10, but today it's only going to be pages 258. I've changed the plan just a little bit. All right, so I want you to turn to page 258. And our learning target is we will plan, organize, and write a narrative paragraph with a clear beginning, middle, and end. Now, if you notice that I do have here on the preview, writing helps you to synthesize information and understand it in a new way. You will be writing a narrative paragraph on Dr. Dowell's experiences fighting H5N1 in Sisramboon, Thailand. Now we're going to be returning to the story A Killer Strikes to reinforce knowledge, make inferences, and gain new insights into the daunting tasks faced by epidemiologists. Now you'll notice also on the right-hand side on the bottom on page 258, you'll see the POW poster. And remember, when you write, we're going to follow the POW strategy. We're going to plan first, then we will organize our information, and then you will write your paragraph. Today we are at the P stage where we are planning your paragraph. All right, so today we're going to put ourselves in the shoes of the doctor we read about in A Killer Strikes. We'll write a paragraph from Dr. Dowell's perspective and use precise language to describe how he feels and what he does to fight disease in Thailand. Okay, now we know that a narrative paragraph tells a story, usually an interesting sequence of events and literary elements such as character, setting, and conflict. Let's find out what topic your narrative paragraph should be about. Now, if you look at the top of page 258, the writing prompt very clearly states what this paragraph will be about. So they want you to imagine you are Dr. Dowell. Now remember, Dr. Dowell is that epidemiologist who went to Thailand. And you are going to imagine or pretend you are Dr. Dowell when he arrives in Thailand to investigate this mysterious illness. And remember, the H5N1, we also called it the bird flu. You're going to write a narrative paragraph from his perspective that describe how he feels. So again, here you can see the prompt is very clear. You're going to imagine you are Dr. Dowell, and then what are you going to be doing? You're going to be putting yourself in his shoes as he arrives to Thailand, and you're going to describe how he feels when he gets there and he's investigating this mysterious illness. You may also want to consider what you have learned about epidemiologists and diseases in Silent Killer and Tiny Invaders. But for today, we're going to focus on referring back to A Killer Strikes to find words and phrases that show the topic you will be writing about. So for example, when we say he arrives in Thailand, I know then that I'm going to be focusing on the setting. That's where the setting takes place. We know the character is Dr. Dowell. And we know the conflict is this mysterious disease that he's investigating. Okay, so now we're going to, so what I want you to do, is you're going to look at identifying the prompt and purpose. So I want you to complete these 2 sentence frames. Number 1, this prompt is asking me to imagine, and again, go back to the writing prompt to find that information. Then I will what? Okay, if you're imagining who you are, and then you are going to tell about what happened. So I want you to pause this recording and complete this part of page 258. Now you may check your sentence frame with this if you are stuck. This is pretty much just a recap of what the writing prompt says. This prompt is asking me to imagine that I am Dr. Dowell, an epidemiologist. Then I will describe how he feels when he arrives in Thailand. So making sure that you have this piece is very important. And then what are you going to be doing? Describing how he feels. We're going to be moving into a section on precise words, and we're going to really focus on feeling and those emotion words that help describe how he feels when he arrives in Thailand. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is, if you look right here on the slide, we use everyday words like scared in casual conversation, but we use precise words like terrified when we are doing academic writing. Now, scared could be, I was scared of the movie, or I can say, I was terrified of the movie when the snakes came popping out. Or I was terrified when I was driving in a snowstorm. This just amps it up just a little bit, gives me a little bit more description of really how scared I really was. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to find synonyms to everyday words to help you find precise words for your writing. So using your iPad and the online thesaurus, you're going to complete a chart. And what I want you to do is taking these everyday words, scared, think, and sickness. These are words you will not be using in your paragraph, but hopefully if you want to talk about him being scared or the people in the village being scared, you're going to find, you could use the word terrified, but your job today is to find 2 more synonyms that you could use in your own writing. Now, I don't want you to just go and pick the first 2. I want you to read through the list on your online thesaurus and see which words would probably fit in your paragraph. You'll do that for each of these 3 words. Okay. Now, you'll notice that here, for reminders for your task today, you're going to do your check-in, your week 19, day 1, but you only have to do page 258 for today. We're going to break it apart and work on page 259 tomorrow. Make sure you have 20 minutes of software done on your reading app, and then read for 20 minutes. And please be writing in your reading log. Your reading log requirements are right here again. So again, if you are missing some points from last week and you're not really sure why, go back and make sure that you have all of this. Now, again, 1 and word, 2 word responses, you will automatically get a 0. I'm not going to grade not complete sentences. At this stage in the game, you are required to have 3 complete sentences, 2 for the summary and 1 for the making connection. And then the last thing is, some of you are already starting to accumulate some missing assignments over the last 2 weeks. Please make sure that you stay on top of this and get those things submitted. If you have them done, just take a picture and submit into Schoology. Now, I might not get it corrected today or tomorrow, but I will update when I do correcting for grades. All right, this is all we have for today. Again, make sure that you take a picture of page 258 and submit it into Schoology. All right, have a great day.